Welcome to another episode of Fishing 101, where we teach you basic stuff that you can use in advanced situations at any fishing trip or competition. So we are talking attaching a line to a hook, and we are starting off with snelling a hook. So this is a snell knot. I use a Fiernan FN505 number 3 hook in this situation. It's a black and thicker line just so that you can see better, but of course you will use your own preference. So I go through the eye from the back and I take about twice the length of the hook link that I need. So I need about a 10 and I'm taking off about 20. Going back and enter the eye again from the back, and I leave about a centimeter of line there. So now this is what I have. I have the line coming from the reel, from the back, through the eye, around, and then again through the eye. So the loop size determines the length of your hook link. Okay, so that's it. Now I start. Now the chino type hooks are all, they've got the eye of the hook is a bent eye and it's not soldered, so it's just closed. So you always have a bit of an open area and a closed side. So I start turning it from the closed side. The reason is, if I start turning it from the open side, that line cuts on the first turn. It cuts into that piece and it can give you some problems. Okay, so that's what I have. I start turning. I like to do 7 turns. 7 turns, and then I take that piece of line and I slide it in between the hook and my finger so that I can keep it like that. Then you need to pull this tag end until this entire loop goes into the knot. The best way to do it is to lubricate it a little bit. So I'm going to do it with my mouth, lubricate it a little bit, but at the same time I am going to bite on this and pull this through. This is how I do it. That's it, and that's the snell knot. Now the beauty of this is I don't waste any line, so I can, with the nail clippers, cut it off, and then I'm ready for the next one. Okay, that's it. So I just want to add to this, and once you know, and you've got a ruler in front of you, and you know what length this needs to be, the best knot that I use here is a Palomar knot, because I can now make a little bend in the line at exactly 10 centimeters. Take a swivel, put it through the swivel without losing that, mark, that little bend in the line. I can now have a normal overhand through, this is a Palomar knot, and have the swivel through that little loop and pull it tight on both ends. In this way, you will always have exactly the amount of line or the distance that you wanted. Every single time that you make one of these, it will be the same with a Palomar knot there. Something else that is important is, when you are wrapping around the hook, don't do it too tight, because if you do it too tight and it's grabbing on it too much and you pull this, it burns this little line a bit and you get a bit of a pigtail. So just wrap it around lightly so that it just stays there and you pull it through. And this is the first way of doing a snell knot on a hook.